In this video we will introduce Custom Dialog Part 2. Now let's add our functionality to our Custom Dialog. The first thing I'm going to do is add my button. I'm going to call it Button Custom. And within my onCreate method, I'm going to add a listener call. Let's take a look at this add listener on custom. The first thing you want to notice is that I get my button custom component. On this component, I add an onClick listener and implement the onClick method. I create a dialog, and within this dialog I set the content view to my custom. This was an XML file we created called custom XML. So that becomes the view for our dialog. Remember, we have an image view, a label, and a button. I set the title for my dialog, and I set also each of the custom components, such as the text, the image, and the button. So I get my text, and I set the value to Android Custom Dialog Example. And I also get my image, and I set the image resource to be the icon. Now I get my dialog button, and I set an onClick listener, and I simply dismiss my dialog. Finally, I'm going to show my dialog. Now let's demonstrate our functionality. I already have the Android emulator up and running. I also already have installed my app on the emulator. If you want to start the emulator and run the app, remember to right click on your project, select Run As, and then Android Application. Here I have my custom dialog button. I'll go ahead and click it, and we can see that Android Custom Dialog Example with the title and the image. Now I simply hit OK. This concludes our discussion of Custom Dialog Part 2.